Good morning and welcome to Vail Valley Live. My name is Meredith Kirkman and I'm reporting here in the hot seat in our warm studio located at the Grand Hyatt Vail, just west of Lion's Head. And if you're tuning back in, we experienced a few technical difficulties with our audio. So we rebooted our system and we're up, back and running, and hopefully you can hear us a bit clearer. But happy Saturday, well into January, the new year, January 21st. Conditions couldn't be better. This week we hit 200 inches of snowfall here at, which is one of three of the resorts in Colorado to report numbers. So we are feeling really proud of our mountain, both here at Vail and Beaver Creek. The snow could not be better. We had some great storms this past week. One storm brought 11 inches over at Beaver Creek, and everyone's just been over the powder on the mountain. Just such great conditions, and temperatures in those low temperatures pretty low and consistent, but that's great because it really makes the snow perfect conditions. I always explain it, think of it as ice cream. You want cream in the freezer and it's always going to be best. And so we appreciate the cold temperatures, but you just have to dress accordingly. Smart and be prepared. Layer up. It's a good day for those translucent lenses because it's pretty overcast, and we're going to see those conditions overcast stay pretty consistent. There's a chance of snow around 11 a.m. today, and we could see up to about 1 inch of snowfall today. Not too much, but cold temperatures at the peaks, both at Beaver Creek and Vail, 3 and 4 degrees. Here on the valley floor, it's a little bit warmer. I would say it's about 10 degrees. I think we'll bring up the other graph for weather. But yeah, today we're going to see a high and low of about 22. And like I said, there it is. Yep, high 22, low of 8. And we're going to see a chance of snow around 11 a.m., about 50% chance. Looking into our sunny Sunday, we are going to see the sun pop out in the morning, and then just a few clouds will start to accumulate, and it will become overcast in the afternoon. So maybe get out for your adventures bright and early on Sunday. Maybe that snowshoe race in Beaver Creek, but we'll talk about that in a bit. And then similar weather for Monday, but no chance of snow. And then as we get into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we have another storm coming in. So in the next 5 days, we can predict to see about 5 new inches of snow. And then in the next 10 days, we can expect to see another 8 to 10 inches, which is great. So that storm next week is going to bring some great snow. In the last 24 hours, we've had 1 new inch, both at Vail and Beaver Creek. But today is Saturday, so we are going to see a bit of crowds at the base of Vail, as we normally do. It's normally busier on Saturdays, but the mountain is so big that there's plenty of space to mosey on out and find your area on the mountain. But let's bring things outside and see what the weather looks like. Today we have Cherise Rucker here in the field host. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning. So just hanging out by Gondola 1. It's still pretty quiet here, but the weather, I think Meredith, you said it's like in the 20s right now. It feels like it's 10 degrees, I would say. I don't think it's gotten to 20 degrees yet.
Yeah, that's going to be our high today is 22. So it's definitely a day to wear the layers, wear the balaclava, grab those hand warmers. I mean, they're small and they don't last all day, but they do wonders. And I always say, think warm thoughts, because if you're thinking about how cold you are, it's not going to help.
Very true. Yeah, I thought I was the only one that did that. I'm like, it's warm. It's so warm. So yeah, I'm staying warm, but it feels great. It's down at Gondola 1. I think people are still sleeping, rolling in. Obviously, things don't really start till 8:30, so it's pretty quiet right now. Just thought I would show it now and then come back around 8:30 when it gets crazy.
Yeah, that's perfect. We just saw a holiday weekend, Martin Luther King, and we saw a decent amount of crowds. Even town at the restaurants and some of the bars at night, I was surprised on how many people were here in town. But I think this weekend will be a little bit quieter, given that it's not a 3-day weekend. But the rumor mill, the talk of the town, is the new lift, Sundown Lift. And this is in Sundown Bowl. And so this is a brand new chairlift, and it's going to be making its debut any day now. I mean, I don't think it's happening today, and we haven't really heard if there's going to be a ribbon cutting ceremony, but it's really exciting for us to have a brand new lift on Vail.
I'm excited too. I'm pretty sure they built it to help with some of the congestion going on. So because I think that one you weren't able to get, it wasn't easily accessible as far as leaving. So it's really nice that they're bringing Sundown because it's going to help with the congestion and kind of free up some of the other gondolas and chairs and stuff like that. So that'll be really nice.
Definitely. To paint the picture for you guys, the base of the chair is right by Chair 5, High Noon Express. And so you can get to that by Ricky's Ridge, which is a famous run. And then you go up the gondola, and then it's going to be in the same area at the top of Game Creek Bowl. And then it's also by Chair 3. So when you're in that area, I mean, it feels different. It looks different. It's right by the Wildwood Express. I'm sure that restaurant's going to be even more popular now.
Have you ever eaten there? Because I haven't made my way over there yet. There's so many lifts and chairs and restaurants I just haven't gotten to, but have you eaten there yet?
Yes, it's actually one of my favorite on-mountain dining experiences because the views are gorgeous, and it's pretty small. You know, Mid-Vail and Eagle's Nest, they're big dining halls, and those are great for families, and ski school uses those for lunchtime, but Wildwood Express is definitely a little bit more intimate. They used to have these amazing waffle fries, but now I think they do tater tots, which are still really great. And they do some chilies, and they do brisket. They have like a nice brisket grill out there, and I think there's the whole thing of grilling at the 2 Mile High, something like that. It's so gorgeous. And then right around the corner, there's Windows Deck, and that's always a nice place to bring a picnic, and you're going to have views of Sundown Bowl, and that's where you can see that new lift too. So it's just such a gorgeous area, and like I said, any day they should be opening the lift.
Exciting. I can't wait.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being here on Vail Valley Live. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we have headlines, your road reports, and so much more. So stay tuned.
Hi, my name is Carrie Maywack, and I'm with the Eagle Valley Library District, and today I'm at our Eagle branch featuring our studio. So this is our Maker Space Lab, or the place where you can come try new technology. We have software, hardware, pretty much anything that you can use to make and create. We have some sort of version in our makerspace. Thanks for checking out the Spark Studio with me today. Make sure to come back to the Eagle Public Library and check it out for yourself.
All right, happy Saturday. Let's dive in to see what made headlines today. And might I just show you this beautiful cover? That is just the regular views here in our winter wonderland. But making the big headlines, Kraken will make its waves. We're joking here in the studio. Reminds me of the Pirates of the Caribbean. But hey, local school leaders are preparing for a surge in cases of highly contagious Omicron subvariant that could create staffing crunches. So if you are nervous about this, you can read a little bit more information about that on page A3. But just an awesome photo to infinity and beyond. Lauren launches off a cliff on Friday in Blue Sky Basin. The resort has picked up a few feet of snow in the last couple days. Just an awesome photo of her having the time of her life flying. I know my boyfriend loves jumping off cliffs too. For me, I'll stick to the groomers this season. But moving on, for your local and region news, wild adventure. With the help of generous donors, Vail Veterans Programs takes wounded warriors on a safari in Africa. How incredible is this? This is an article written by our beloved Tricia Swenson, and the Vail Veterans Program really does some really awesome adventures and opportunities for veterans here. So this is an absolutely cool story, and read more about it on page A2. And Eagle Bike Park expansion plans take shape. Eagle Open Space and Recreation Committee seeks community's input on the final concept and design. Right here, you can see this photo. BMX bike racers during the Eagle County BMX State Race on Sunday, September 13th, back in 2020. The photo was taken, and it was at the pump track in Eagle. As renderings for a potential park expansion have been presented, planners hope the space can be used by all skill levels to hone in talents and build confidence. So if you got some opinions, weigh in, because the committee is seeking your input. Read more about this on page A20. And arts and entertainment, Joe Nichols Unplugged. This is a big concert happening up at the Villar Performing Arts Center this evening, 7 p.m. He is a country star, and this article is going to reflect on the 2 decades of music that he's been creating. And we have an exclusive interview with him that really dives into how he found himself into country music, his early stardom, and what he's doing now. So stay tuned for that exclusive interview. And we have big Schifrin news right now. We are very excited to report that she got 4th in the downhill. And today is another scheduled race in Cortina, Italy. And it's going to be another downhill. And then Sunday will be the Super G. And you can see her smiling big after competing in the downhill yesterday on Friday. And she was flirting with the victory. But now the record-breaking World Cup victory, number 83, will have to wait at least until today or Sunday. She has an opportunity to make some history and beat the world record victory, who holds it right now at Lindsey Vonn. So they're tied right now, and we are really excited to see how this weekend is going to unfold for her. So fingers crossed. We are just cheering loud and proud here from her hometown in Vail, Colorado. In more sports and outdoors, we have another story about a hometown hero. Thomas Walsh leads the U.S. into the FIS Para-Alpine Skiing Worlds. He recently won the silver medal at the Paralympic Winter Games in Beijing. And he's, right second to the left there, standing next to Michaela. This was actually an event, our Hometown Heroes event, back in April, the photo was taken. And it was announced on January 17th that Vail's Thomas Walsh will headline a group of 9 athletes, 6 men, 3 women, who are set to compete for the U.S. 2023 FIS Para-Alpine Skiing World Championships in Spain this month. So this team is eager to continue their competitive progress among the best athletes in the world. Read a little bit more about that on page A26. pick up your copy of the Vail Daily. Such a great resource here in the Valley. They have an event calendar. They have real estate listings, sales going on. It's just such a great way to start the day. So thank you, Vail Daily, free 99 across the county. But now let's take a look at those roads. Commuting in here to the studio was a bit sketchy. It is winter storm conditions. Those roads are narrow with snow and ice on the shoulders. So everyone was moving about 5 to 10, maybe even 15 miles per hour under the speed limit. There can be ice on some turns, and there's not much snow buildup. Sometimes when we see storms, we're completely driving on snow, and you can't expect that on smaller roads in the neighborhoods. But luckily, the plows have been doing such a great job in clearing out the roads. You will have to be patient if they're on the roads. It does build up some traffic. We saw that earlier this week. But take it slow, especially as you're traveling over Vail Pass and Eisenhower Tunnel. Both of those are big climb up and big descents. So take it slow, really leave a lot of space in between the cars, and just, be prepared. Leave extra time. There wasn't much snow accumulating overnight. It was just about an inch. So just a dusting on the car this morning, but take it slow today on your morning commute. But thanks for tuning in to Vail Valley Live. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, you can chat in live and tell us where you're watching from. If you have any questions, I know Rodney Travis is tuned in. He's one of our big fans here, and I actually think that my family is tuning in today from Canada. So I want to shout out Aunt Tammy, Uncle John, Uncle Jeff, and Aunt Janice. I love you guys so much, and of course to my parents who are loyal watchers as well. And then I think we have a producer, our friend Sarah. Is it Sarah? She's tuned in too. She's our producer, Leah's friend. Hi, Leah's friend, Sarah. Nice to join and start the morning, Saturday morning here. It's the weekend. Do you have any plans? Let us know in the chat. But let's bring things back outside with Charisse and see where she's wandered off to.
I've wandered off to stay warm. So we're just right outside of Gorsuch at the cafe. I just ordered a matcha latte, and so I'm just waiting for that. But this is nice. If you guys are ever wondering, like, the spots to go in the village to stay warm, Gorsuch is one of those. And then I think just right outside of Two Arrows, they also have like another little fire pit. So they have like really nice fire pits all around the village. Just it gets cold.
Absolutely, yeah. We love those fireplaces, and especially on cold early starts to the morning like this, and in the evening they're really nice too. But what are some of your favorite local coffee shops around town? Because there's definitely a couple to pick from.
Yeah, there's a couple. I really love Big Bear. Their coffee's great. I'm not a big coffee person, so I usually get tea like matcha or chai latte, but they have great coffee. So I'd say Big Bear Bistro is really great for coffee as well as breakfast. Gorsuch, which is right now, did matcha, so they also have really good coffee. I'd probably have to say those two. Also, Yeti is also really good over by the ice rink. So I'd say those three are really awesome. Do you have any favorite spots with coffee?
Yeah, Yeti's Grind is great. We're actually in a partnership right now, and they're doing some coffee chats, and we bring in some local legends here in the community. So we support their business and love their coffee. Another shop that I adore is Two Arrows, which is just around the corner from you. And Two Arrows is cool because it's a coffee shop by day and then a cocktail lounge by night, which I love when you can transform a place. You can start off with coffee and then end up with an espresso martini, and they have a rendition of the espresso martini, and it is to die for. I would say it is the best espresso martini in the Valley. It's not really in the standard cocktail glass. It's actually served more on the ice, but they have really unique cocktails, and it's the same overs with Yeah, there it is. Oh my gosh. It is so good. And it gets you going in the night if you need the little pick me up. But they are also the same owners as Root and Flower, and they are just across the street. They do some incredible cocktails too. And last Sunday when I was skiing, they had a house DJ in there from 3:30 to 5:30. His name was Lando, and he was bumping tracks. It was like that party opera vibe that hit the spot. So yeah, there's a lot of great places in town.
Yeah, that place is great. So that drink, they don't call it an espresso martini, and I feel like I was butchering the name, but I'm pretty sure it's like Carquillo or something. I don't know how to say it. Am I saying that right, Mary?
Garajillo. Garajillo. Yeah, that's
I'm
it.
not saying that right.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, but it's so
rendition
good.
on it. But oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it is amazing. We're all in
It's so
here
good.
saying
It's
like,
really
yeah,
good.
it is
Yeah.
so good. Yeah,
Yeah.
lots of great places. Coffee shops in the morning to warm up. There's also a lot of great lunch spots in town. You don't always have to eat on the mountain, but then après, it's always going to be awesome starting around 2 p.m. really. And there's always après live musicians and yeah, just like live music with the après. It's really popular here.
Yeah, the opera is really great. Also, if you're not so much a weekend skier during the weekday, I think it's every second or third Thursday of the month. Vail puts on the Vail concert series, the opera series. So you can catch that after you get off the mountain on Thursday. So that's really awesome. They had it going this week, and so I'm in real estate. My office is right in the village, and when they play the music, all the walls are shaking, and I'm like pretty far away, and the whole building's just shaking, so it's really funny.
Yeah, the Vail Opera series is awesome. Vail's kind of famous for just popping up free concerts with big headliner names, and there's a few coming up. So we'll talk about that later in the show. But tonight, there's a big concert happening up at the Villar Performing Arts Center. Joe Nichols and Trisha Swenson actually was able to have a lengthy chat with him about his upbringing, what inspires his music, and so much more. So let's learn a little more.
Oh, joining me now, we have one of country music's most prized traditional country artists with us. We're going to bring in Joe Nichols. He has 6 #1 hits. He also has 8 top 10, and he's still going strong with his 2-decade-plus career. And he's going to be at the Villar Performing Arts Center on Saturday. So we wanted to bring him in to find out a little bit about what we can expect with the show. Joe, thanks so much for phoning in this morning. Great to have you. Where are you calling in from?
I'm calling from my home in Tyler, Texas, actually. So hello to y'all this morning / afternoon.
Yeah, definitely. It's noon where he is. It's 11 a.m. where we are. But hey, we just wanted to talk to you before you come out here on Saturday. We're so excited to have you playing at the Villar Performing Arts Center, such a gorgeous venue, and that'll be this Saturday at 7 p.m. And this is going to be your unplugged tour. So tell us about this. I know you've been busy touring with the band.
Yeah, we've been kind of gearing up for 23 here with kind of some spot dates. We're up in outside of Duluth this week, and we've got a couple of things later in the month, and of course February is a little bit full. So we like to bounce around from full band shows every now and then. Sorry about that. Every now and then we'll put a power acoustic down, where it'll be me and maybe 2 or 3 other guys, and it's actually more kind of I wouldn't call it a storyteller's night, but it is kind of I do get to talk quite a bit more than I usually do in the regular show. The energy's still there, but I get to tell a few more bad jokes, I think. A few more bad stories.
Yeah, and you know what? It's a great intimate venue. So that's what I kind of thought. Maybe there'd be a little bit of storytelling going on for this. But let's kind of talk about your career and how you got your start. I mean, tell us about, how you began. I understand that you were a disc jockey and, kind of did all sorts of odd jobs in Nashville too.
Yeah, boy, I don't even know where to begin on the odd jobs I've had. I was a disc jockey in Springdale, Arkansas, where I grew up, at a place called Beaver 105, today's Hot New Country. And I was fired because I played a lot of the old stuff and wasn't too great at following the program log with today's Hot New Country. So that was my first kind of pushback against the man of current country music, I think. Of course, when I moved to Nashville in 1997, like everybody that moves there trying to, make a music career, you got to do a lot of stuff that you don't want to do. I worked UPS for a few months. It was through the Christmas season. That was a good job. Actually, it was a really good job. I was a cable guy for a minute. I did construction. I did concrete. Concrete is brutal work, as anybody that does concrete will tell you. I was I was a steak salesman for one day. That was an adventure in itself. I'm a terrible salesman because I can't lie that well, or at least my poker face is not that great. So with steak salesman, it's all about the pitch and everything. And I was, I'm more of a kind of hey, if you like steak, I got steak, but otherwise I'm not going to sell you on this. So I didn't sell anything, by the way. I was broke.
You know what? Maybe you should do a story about all your odd jobs. I think that'd be hilarious.
Oh, wow. I don't think people believe it, honestly. I think I moved furniture, and that was an experience all itself. I think we had this old box truck that we carried office furniture. It seemed like every going out of business sold their office furniture to the next business that was going out of business. And we kind of went from failing business to failing business. And it was a really depressing job, but our box truck was even symbolically falling apart, and we had the metal flashing on the sides was kind of hanging out by about 10 or 12 feet. And so we kind of found ourselves running through the streets of Vanderbilt in this box truck, kind of plowing people down on the sidewalk. We had no idea. So anyway, that was an adventure too.
Okay, but then how did you know when you made it? Like, what did you feel when you're like, okay, this is gonna stick? I've been trying, and I'm gonna keep going with this journey.
I was signed to Giant Records in 1999, and I spent a couple of years there, kind of developing with my producer Brent Rowan, and that time the label president was Doug Johnson, and they kind of gave me very formative couple of years in the studio and writing. And when Giant absorbed into Warner Brothers, I had developed what I felt like this was my style. This is what I'm good at, and that was traditional country sound. That was actually the album Man with a Memory that I was working on. And so what ended up happening was I got taken into Warner Brothers when Giant merged with them, and the direction Warner Brothers wanted to take me was a very pop country, very, a Rascal Flatts sound or one of those guys. And I was like, man, that's just not me at all. And I'm willing to kind of bow out of this because I believe in that. And they did a very cool thing, which you don't have very many labels in Nashville or any other labels in any city do this for people, which is they let me out of my deal free with music. And they let me go seek a label that was more interested in the kind of music I did. So finding that label, that new label, which happened to be Universal South, I realized that having the nerve to say no, in the face of, hey, we'll make you a star. You just got to be our kind of star. I was like, no, thanks. I want to do it my way. That's when I believed in myself enough where when people said, yes, this is worth doing, then I believed that, I was onto something. I was onto something that people would like.
Well, and that's so good because you've stayed true to your roots. You get a lot of accolades from, kind of the classic country, the traditional country. You get a lot of praise from there. But it does seem that you can still kind of bridge the gap and stay relative and stay positive and stay on the same track. And your career has been going on for now 20 plus years.
Yeah, coming up on 21 years in beginning of March. That is crazy to me. I remember back to interviews people when I first started out. A lot of the interviews I first did when The Impossible was my single, they were like, where do you see yourself in 5 years and what's your kind of goal, industry-wise, career-wise? And I remember very distinctly saying, I just want to be here doing this in 20 years. I want to be doing what I love in 20 years and getting paid to do it, hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
That was kind of my first goal. Now my goal is I want to be doing this in 20 more years if I still want to do it and getting paid to do it, hopefully. But I think as I look back on 21 years, it seems like it was yesterday. And my goodness, the amount of I don't know if luck or fortune, whatever you want to call it, blessing, but I have certainly been a benefactor of a lot of blessings. And a lot of stuff I didn't deserve, and a lot of hardworking people around me that kind of fought for me. And did some amazing things.
Yeah. Well, you just had your album come out last February 2022, and of course, you've been touring about, all throughout the country on this, and, Good Day for Living, another great hit out there.
Thank you.
So, let's talk a little bit about, we got about the music there, but you've also been on the screen, on the big screen. I know you've been in Nashville and everything, but how about the movie that came out in 2021, Murder in Yellowstone City? We watched the trailer and we were like, wow, they should call it Murders in Yellowstone City. There's a lot of guns going off in that show.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
Yeah, that's an interesting experience. I think I'm in the trailer for about 3 seconds, 2, 3 seconds, and I think I'm in the movie for about 20 seconds. I found out that no matter how much you do on camera, it's all about the editing, all about what makes it through the editing room. So I remember the director's like, "I'm so sorry, we had to bounce this down quite a bit. You worked really hard on this," and or not so much in those words, but paraphrasing. And I'm like, no sweat. As long as the movie's good and the way you want it, don't worry about having to make me a star or anything like that.
Yeah.
I got a side gig going over here, so that's totally okay. But I thought the movie was really cool. The experience was great. Everybody working with everybody up there was really, really kind of fun. So it's fun seeing who all is country music fans and who's not. That was kind of neat.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Well, you're going to be in Beaver Creek this weekend for the concert on Saturday night. And I've seen on Instagram, you've been wearing goggles before. I mean, I know you've been out there on the hill. Tell us about skiing or snowboarding. Do you do either? And will you get any time to hit the hill this weekend?
I do ski. I tried snowboarding early on, I think in my early 20s, and I believe it did a number on my back and my hips. So I don't know if I'll try that again I don't know at this date. But I get to get a chance to ski a little bit. My little girls, my 8 and 10-year-old, they're kind of into skiing when we get to take a trip up there. This last trip was up to Granby, and hopefully we get a couple more in our very near future. But yeah, we like to ski a little bit. Mama, not so much, but me and the girls, we like to.
Hey, you tell Mom that there's plenty of other things. She can go to the spa while you guys go skiing.
Yeah, that's more for our speed. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, well, now it's the time of the program where we do some rapid fire questions. So, Joe Nichols, Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. If you weren't a country singer, what would you be doing?
That is a great question. I have no idea, but it would probably be grunt work, whatever it is. So construction is my guess. I don't know.
But not cement mixing or hauling cement. That's too hard, right?
No, not that. That was
Okay.
tough.
Okay. Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
New Year's resolutions. I don't think so. I think one of my goals was to get all the work done this next year before December, and maybe take the entire month of December off. This last December, this Christmas season, was gone quite a bit, and I think kind of with the kids being their age, I don't want to do that one again. I want to make sure this year I want a full Christmas season, maybe from Thanksgiving on through Christmas. I just don't really do much work. So other than that, just basically go do all the work that I can do and fill up the calendar year and squeeze it into 11 months instead of 12.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. All right. What show or movie are you watching right now?
Which movie am I watching right now?
Yeah, or show. Are you into anything?
Show.
Any series?
Oh yeah. There's 3 of them that I can think of. I'm into. Sorry, I don't know what happened here. I'm into Tulsa King.
Okay.
I'm into I guess all Taylor Sheridan movie shows. I'm into 1923, the Yellowstone origin story, and I'm into Mayor of Kingstown. Mayor of Kingstown is that's my jam. So a lot of violence, a lot of blood and violence, but that's kind of my thing.
That's your escape. Okay, perfect. And then, hey, what's the favorite place you've ever performed?
Ooh, my favorite place I've ever performed. There's a lot of really great experiences at a lot of different places, and I know I'm not trying to get out of the answer. I can think of a few. Red Rocks is great. I get a lot of people that ask, if I've ever played there, and I have, and it was a great experience. I left my wallet up there in the dressing rooms and had to walk back up the hill and convince security that I was who I was, and they let me get my wallet out of there when everything was locked up. That was cool. I love playing Billy Bob's. Every time I play Billy Bob's, Fort Worth, Texas, that's a fun deal. I don't know.
Okay.
I got several of them that are like that. Several
Okay.
good times.
Well, that's good. Well, thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate
thank
it.
you.
We know you're on the move, so you'll be in Duluth, and then we'll see you in Beaver Creek, and we're excited for
Yeah.
Saturday's show.
I appreciate you. Thank you for your time, and hope to see y'all out there.
Okay, yep, I'll be there. All right, if you want to get tickets, it's this Saturday, 7 p.m., and you can go to valarpac.org to get those tickets online.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery stands for providing the highest quality care to our unique patient population here in the mountains.
I think that what makes us unique is that we really are practicing groundbreaking techniques, yet, we practice it in a small town environment. Our patients are our neighbors, and our kids go to school with their kids.
I think every one of our docs treat their patients like their family. Our goal is to keep you active, doing the things you want to do, and we'll map out a road to success to get you there.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Grand Hyatt Vail, Hyatt's newest luxury resort in Vail.
Thank you, Grand Hyatt, for sponsoring this weather segment. They are our home here. Our studio is right on their campus. We have windows outside, so we always have people headed to the mountain. Chair 20 is here, and so we love seeing people pass by, and definitely the dogs. There's amazing dogs here on the campus. But hey, it's a cold start to the day. It feels like 11 degrees out right now, but we'll see a high of 22, low of 8. We'll see about an inch of daytime snow today, maybe even an inch overnight, and that snow will start to pick up around 11. But nothing too stormy. And then as we get to Sunday, partly cloudy skies in the morning. That sun will peek out. And then in the afternoon, things will become overcast. Maybe a chance of flurries or snow showers are possible. High tomorrow, 33, low of 6. Similar temperatures for Monday, and then as we get to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we'll have another storm roll in to the weekend, and those temperatures are staying low, about 5 or 6 degrees throughout the rest of this week, but that's great. It's really going to conserve the snow and continue to see that snowfall next week. We'll see about 5 inches in the next 5 days, and then in the next 10 days, we'll see another 10 to 8 inches. So great news on the snow front. 1 new inch in the last 24 hours. And the big news this week is that Vail officially hit 200 inches of snowfall since opening this winter season. So just fantastic. Only 3 other resorts in Colorado have hit that 200-inch mark. The record, I think, is over 500 inches here at Vail, but that was, really back in the day. But given that we've had such great snowfall, we have 100% of the terrain open at Vail Vail. That is just incredible. 275 out of 275 trails. And there are 33 lifts. And I think it's almost impossible to ride every lift. That just shows you how big Vail is. Moving over to our sister mountain, Beaver Creek, that is 86% of the terrain open. 161 trails out of 187. All 25 lifts are open at Beaver Creek. So a few of the steeper terrain and trails aren't open at Beaver Creek, but it is riding beautifully. You can always go over to Bachelor Gulch or Arrowhead, which you can kind of just traverse west on that mountain and really spread out on that mountain too. So down here at the bottom of your screen, you're going to see the groomers, and they will probably be decent groomers. We didn't have a lot of overnight snow, but when we have that overnight snow, those groomers aren't groomers, but it's still going to be smoothed out, not like moguls. But speaking of moguls, there is a competition today for moguls, and this is so cool. This is with the Vail Ski and Snowboard Club, and this is a free opportunity to kind of see if the kids are interested in racing. We have a lot of iconic youth and generations that come through Ski and Snowboard Club Vail, and today is the mogul run. And so they'll do the giant slalom on February 19th, and then slope style big mountain. So that's going to be those jumps and half pipe. That's going to be on March 5th, and then the final giant slalom on March 25th. And these are on Saturday and Sundays, held on Vail Mountain, and this is completely free. And there will be prizes for the top 5 winners as well. So this is an awesome opportunity to get those kids involved. So that's happening today. But there's a few more things happening tonight and tomorrow. So let's bring Charisse in and chat about some of those things happening. Hey, well, definitely skiing is happening this weekend. You can start to see that lift line really pick up.
Yeah, so the line definitely picked up from earlier when I was originally out here. Everyone's been rolling in. They actually kind of started the gondolas a couple minutes before 8:30, so they've been letting people up, which is really nice. Yeah, here's the line. It's Saturday, which is always expected.
Absolutely.
But it's moving, so that's good.
Yeah. The lines really do move here on the gondola. It looks intimidating, but they move fast. And then here on campus, Chair 20, they use the hashtag no lines here. So you're not going to really see a line at Chair 20, which is one of the opportunities to get up on the mountain from the base, and that's going to be your most west. If you travel east, you're going to hit Golden Peak. That's another great place to start things off on Chair 6. You can go all the way up and then get on 11, and then you can even just drop into the back bowls there. So that's a good way. And then, of course, Lion's Head. You can ride up the Eagle Bond Gondola and easily drop into Game Creek over there, too. So a few different ways to get up and start your morning.
Yes. Awesome. And then just a couple of the events you were talking about, Meredith. The snowshoe. So that race happening not every Sunday, but January 2nd, February 12th, and March 26th. It's just a fun race. You guys can put on your snowshoes, and then you get to race on some courses set up through Beaver Creek. I don't think it's competitive, so it's really just for fun. And then tickets are $10. I think you can for the race as well. So that's something fun going over on Beaver.
Yeah, this is really exciting. It's their running race series, but now it's snowshoe style. So you're right. You can just join this 5K or 10K for fun. Bring some friends. I've done that before. But there are prizes for the winners. So some people will take it competitively and try to actually take home a prize for the snowshoe race, either 5 or 10K. This is back when I did it in 2020. And like we said, there's a few different opportunities. This was up at McCoy Park, which is now a lot of ski areas. Yep, there's me doing a front walkover in my snowshoes.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah, you can have fun. It's a great social event, and it is $10. And then if you just sign up during the day of the event, it'll be $15. And you can, the meet the meeting area before the race is going to be at Beaver Creek Sports. So this is going to be something so fun to start off your Sunday. Nice and bright, sunny start to the day. And like we said, that weather is going to turn overcast. But tonight, another fun thing you could do is the Yeti hockey team. They are having another game. They are playing at the Dobson Ice Arena, and the New York Fire Department flew all the way here to play them. And last night I texted our friend Dom. He hosts here on the show, and he's one of their star athletes on the hockey team, and he said that they won. So this is great news, probably another opportunity to see them take another win. And this is going to be tonight. Puck drop is 7:45. These games are awesome. $10 if you buy the tickets online, $15 at the door. Charisse, don't we love the Vail Yeti hockey games?
Yes, love them. They're so fun. Yeah, we love them. They're fun. It's just a really fun thing, it's kind of like a pre-game to going out. Game, then you get to go out in Vail Village. The games are always a fun time. And it's really nice because it's mostly the community there. Also, people visiting in. It's something fun to do. So yeah, we love them. And I believe it starts at 7:45 is when they start typically.
Definitely, yeah. And the best place to park is the Lion's Head structure. It's just a few steps down from that structure. You can turn the corner and you'll be at Dobson Ice Arena. That place is so cool. It really transforms. There's even concerts that are held at that venue or different events, but it is known for the ice, and they pack in crowds. Thousands of people will come and attend these games. And like you said, it's a great pregame. It's kind of the best bar you can go to because there's entertainment. You're going to be watching this hockey game, meeting people, and then you can continue the night out in Vail. It is a Saturday night, folks, so lots happening at Bridge Street Bar, Shakedown, Chasing Rabbits. The nightlife here is very cool.
It's good. This is why everyone wants to be here. Nightlife, skiing. What else can you ask for?
Exactly. Well, we're going to take a quick break, but we're just about to wrap up this show for today, Saturday. I can see a lot of people starting to head to the chairlift. Maybe that's you. It's going to be a great day on the mountain. So stay with us, and we'll be right back. Moet Vending for life's spontaneous, festive moments. Celebrate at the Grand Hyatt Vail.
Welcome to Nap Harvest. In January 2023, we are showcasing healthy habits. And you can start right here feeding your family healthy organic vegetables and fruits that are seasonal and local. They're all the way from Arizona with our wonderful, beautiful citrus fruits that we sneak across the border for. But don't forget our nap mushrooms, grown at 9,000 feet. Mushrooms are chock full of benefits for you. And then also the microgreens, also chock full of vitamins. Come see us at Nap Harvest in Eagle Ranch on Sylvan Lake Road next to Color Coffee. We're open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to 4.
We believe in the power of a live performance. We believe in making memories together. Join us as we celebrate 25 years of making moments that last a lifetime. Bringing concerts, comedy, Broadway, classical, dance, and family entertainment in the heart of the Rocky Mountains in Beaver Creek Village. View the full lineup and get tickets today at villarpack.org.
We had some chatter from Dave talking about the Yeti game. Yes, they are absolutely killing it. They won last weekend too, so they are on a winning streak. Also, Tom and Jerry said, and I hear number 7 is the best player out there, so cheer him on. Yes, we are going to. Again, that game is 7:45 tonight at the Dobson Ice Arena. We love supporting our Yeti hockey boys. And like we said, Dom Panetta here, he is killing it. So he's a host here, and we're going to be cheering him on. But yes, oh yeah, we wanted to mention the giveaway. So there's a big show happening up at the Valar. As you saw, the interview earlier in the segment, Joe Nichols Unplugged. He has some country hits. Tequila Makes Her Clothes Fall Off and Broken Hearted Bill, Give Me That Girl. He is an awesome artist, and we're doing a giveaway. So you can be a winner. You can follow us on Instagram, Vail Valley Live, also the Valar Pack. Like the photo and comment who you would bring, and you can win. So we're going to be announcing this today at 12 p.m. So head to our Instagram, give us a follow so you can stay in the know and enter the giveaway. Free tickets, folks. I mean, these tickets are going for, do you know how much? We can get that information to you, but it's going to be a good deal for you. So that is one way you can spend your evening. Lots of restaurants to go in. Make sure you call ahead and get that reservation. Sometimes these restaurants in the valley fill up. But thanks for tuning in and starting your Saturday with us here on Vail Valley Live. Subscribe so you can get the alerts every morning. We go live 7:30 to 8:30, and we're here just to make your mornings brighter. So have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here tomorrow bright and early.